I interviewed Mob James, who was, one of the head blood dudes at Death Row, and he said flat out that
I think Tupac died because he put himself in a situation that he had no business. Tupac didn't have no business doing what he was doing.
Right. Which was a gang situation.
Which it was a gang situation. He shouldn't have put himself in that situation.
Do you see what I'm saying, though? You put yourself in a gang situation, so aren't you gang banging at that point?
You got hang-arounds. I'm guilty by association. And that's what he was. He was guilty by association. Now, I'm not going to play the part just to fit in. You got money. And just like I said before, you can't go buy another Tupac. You know what I'm saying? You can't go buy another one of them. You got 15 Bloods right here that this is what we getting our little change for. So this is Crip in Compton. We all Pirus from Compton. Go get his ass for what he did. Tupac, you sit right here in his chair. You my money.
And honestly, I agree with him. There was no reason for Pac to be punching a known established gang member. That's some shit that his security should have done. So on the street level, I completely, you know what I'm saying? And I've said this, and I'm friends with the Outlaws. I'm friends with Edie, and me and him have had this conversation on camera and off camera. If you connect the fight at the MGM to the shooting that happened right afterwards, you could say that Tupac died gangbanging, because that situation with Orlando was a gang situation, and Pac wasn't a blood, wasn't, you know what I mean? He was rolling with Suge, and he was associated with it. But you see what I'm saying?
That's like us. We not Crips or Bloods, but we could call 50 niggas up here, and half of them would be Crips, half of them would be Bloods. You know what I'm saying? And these is all my homies that I'm a ride with. You know what I'm saying? It's the same situation. You know what I mean? Pac was riding with him. You know what I mean? Just like they was riding with him. You know what I mean? If some shit kicked off, niggas would have been the first to ride for Pac, and he was the same way. He was riding with his homies, whoever it was. He could have been with, whoever that day. You know what I'm saying?
And to break it down even more simpler, me and you become good homies, and you get into a situation, and I defend you as a homie.
Yeah.
Take the gangbanger shit away. Yeah. Because you not a gangbanger, I'm not a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? But you own VladTV. You know what I'm saying?
Your heels.
And niggas is on your heels, and I ride for you.
Yeah.
Did I die for VladTV? You know what I mean? Did I die a reporter? Did I die, you know what I mean, a journalist?
I just felt like Pac was a real friend, bro. That's how I feel about Tupac. Fuck all the street shit and the gangster shit he ain't doing, all that. I feel like he was a real friend. I feel like if he with you, I feel like if he was with you, he down to ride with you, whatever you with. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what got him fucked up, but I feel like Pac was a real friend. That's how I feel about Tupac. He was a real fucking friend. If I'm with you, nigga, I'm with you. I don't give a fuck how we rocking, nigga, I'm with you. That's a real friend. That's how he was. He was blind. I think he was blinded to how gangster this shit can get on the gang banging shit. But I feel like Tupac was a real friend.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, like, I'd be with my friends, like, in the past, and they would get into an altercation.
He didn't know the bullshit. He didn't know the street shit like me. Like, nigga, that shit, like, he didn't know the bullshit. Like, he didn't know to catch that nigga outside in the parking lot and fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know, like, if you fuck with him, you gotta kill him. Like, this nigga is a real killer. You gotta fuck over him, man. Or stay out his way. He didn't know that, bro. He didn't know that, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And that's, I think being a real friend, what got Pac a real friend, nigga. If we fight right here, all us finna jump in. I don't give a fuck about none of this rap shit. Nigga, if we fight, all us jumping in. I'm finna kick this nigga. He on that real friend shit. He wasn't on that boss level to where he knew this and that, how to send niggas and all that. He was a real friend. Nigga, we fight, all us finna fight.
Now I feel
That's
you,
how I
but,
was before I went to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But the interesting part of that whole situation, around the murder and Orlando and everything else like that, and this was something that Mob James, me and him talked about in our interview, was he said that
Tupac should have been escorted out the door, into the car, and driving away when they was whooping his ass. Now, Orlando probably could have understood, would have accepted that ass whooping, because he know I got some bona fide ass niggas whooping on my ass here.
right.
I can catch him in Compton. No, Tupac take off him. This nigga ain't nothing but a rapper. This how he looking at him. He ain't looking at him like no gangbanger. So I gotta get this fool. I go back home and they say Tupac beat me up. I can't show my face in the hood no more. So he did what he had to do.
I think how they talk about Orlando shit, anybody would have popped off on him, they was gonna get it. But Tupac made it even more Tupac a big fish, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get more rep for a big fish, Tupac was a big fish. Then it was already up with them, they say it was already up from when I saw the interview what you was doing with your boy. They say it was already up. So, I feel like, Orlando was looking for that. Like, if you by yourself, nigga, you a gangster. With all these, and they in the facility with the fight, and you by yourself, you ready to kill, nigga. If I'm by myself, bruh, and I know I'm in some shit with all this shit going down, and I'm going in the same hotel lobbies where I know these niggas might be at by myself, I'm certified. I'm ready to put something to sleep. Somebody finna go to sleep tonight. I'm looking for somebody to look at me crazy and we get into it and somebody is on. It's real. I'm ready to put one of y'all to sleep. I ain't got no witnesses. Who gonna tell? I ain't got no witnesses with me.
I mean, even Orlando's enemies across the board, everyone I interviewed said, Orlando was a gangster. He was a hitter. Like there was no gray area about Orlando's rep. He was being investigated for multiple murders, like the whole nine.
Just think, bro, if you're in that facility like you are with all these people in here, the fight going on. You looking for smoke, man. You ain't ducking it at all.
Because you just robbed one of them recently and
at the mall or some shit they were saying on your interview at the mall. So you looking for smoke. You looking for somebody,